So a crowd gathered in the rain outside Vancouver City Hall on Monday to demand city leaders respond to multiple reports of aggressive U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement activity last week, including an arrest caught on video in which a man's foot appeared to be run over by an ICE vehicle. Yes, that happened here in Washington State. I wish we had whistle brigades out there. I wish we had whistle brigades out there so we could warn people. This is disgusting. So an immigrant, an American citizen right now, with no criminal record, Wilmer Toledo Martinez was violently attacked by an assault dog while standing outside his home on November 14th. Democratic Senator Patty Murray has characterized the use of force as grossly excessive and demanded accountability. She's now calling for the immediate release of the father, who remains in custody despite his injuries. So he's lived in the United States since adolescence. His wife and their 3 young children, ages 2, 3, and 7, all U.S. citizens, depend on him. A federal agent's deception leads to a brutal assault. On the morning in question, a federal agent posing as a construction worker knocked on his door, claiming he had accidentally struck his vehicle. According to the New Republic, the man was actually an undercover ICE agent. When Toledo Martinez stepped outside to inspect his vehicle, he provided his name. As he turned to walk back to the house to retrieve insurance documents, a second federal agent allegedly released an assault dog. The animal alleged jumped on him and bit him repeatedly, causing 2 significant injuries visible with photographs shared by Senator Murray. His 2 youngest children reportedly witnessed the attack helplessly. According to the New Republic's reporting, a video footage recorded minutes after the attack shows Toledo Martinez lying on the ground, handcuffed, while an agent restrains the dog that had just attacked him. Another officer wearing a safety vest asked for his name again before leading him to an official vehicle. His attorney, Olia Catala, contends that agents refused to provide immediate medical care despite the apparent severity of his injuries. During an appearance on the Don Lemon Show, she reported their client had to plead to be taken to the hospital. She also cited a statement allegedly made by one of the agents. This should trouble every American's conscience, Senator Murray condemns the attack. In a strongly worded statement, Senator Murray called for a thorough investigation. She maintains that the incident is incompatible with fundamental principles of the rule of law. Thank you, it is. It's untenable. You can't have a fascist fucking operation in our streets just grabbing people, smashing their windows, and hauling them off. This is incompatible with the rule of law. You're right. They need to take their masks off. That's first. That's first and foremost. She said, I refuse to live in a country where federal agents can unleash assault dogs on peaceful residents without accountability. The senator is also demanding an end to Toledo Martinez's detention. I'm calling for his immediate release from the Northwest IPC facility. He has no criminal record, poses no threat to the community, and requires urgent medical care. Care that ICE continues to deny him. Following the attack, Toledo Martinez was transferred to the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma, where he remains incarcerated. According to his attorney, he suffers from injuries requiring specialized medical follow-up. For human rights advocates, it's incomprehensible that an immigrant with no criminal record, unarmed, would be attacked by a dog and then placed in prolonged detention. The incident raises urgent questions about federal intervention protocols, particularly the use of assault dogs in operations targeting nonviolent individuals. I'd say the incident reignites debate over ICE tactics. Under the Trump administration, ICE operations have intensified across multiple states with increased deployment of canine units. Civil rights organizations are condemning what they characterize as an escalation in the use of force, particularly during arrests in residential neighborhoods. That's exactly what this is. For Senator Murray, this case exemplifies a troubling trend. We cannot tolerate in America where dehumanizing practices become the norm. I agree. When contacted by the New Republic, ICE did not provide detailed explanations regarding the justification for using an assault dog in an operation that resulted in the arrest of a father with no criminal history. There's no fucking excuse for this. I don't care, you people out there who are gonna say, if they're illegal, they're illegal. That means they're against the law. That's not what that fucking means. Coming into this country is a misdemeanor. It's not a fucking felony. You can't just break somebody's window. I mean, and this shit, this is tough guy shit. This is, I'm the full force of the fucking law. Look at me. Get out of your car. I'll smash your window and pull you out. Ah! They're trying to intimidate people. They're trying to scare people. And yes, they're threatening. Yes, they're hurting people. They are. But if we just lay down and take it, it will just be worse. It still won't stop. If we lay down and take it, it still won't end. It won't end for the next person or the next person. Which is why we can't. I'm not going to live in a country like this either. I think that there are millions upon millions upon millions of us. I'm sure there's more than 3.5% of this country right now that says they will not live in a country like this. Who would? I'm not living in a fucking fascist state. This is the United States of America. I don't know. I guess some of these ICE guys, some of these people, they need money, and they joined because they got $50,000 sign-on bonuses. Okay. And they get all these incentives for bringing in more than their quotas. They have quotas on human beings, quotas on head counts of human beings. These are humans that are being hunted in our cities. They're being hunted like animals. Dehumanization doesn't lead anywhere good. It never has. When you dehumanize somebody, it allows you to be cruel to them without caring. It allows you to, kick them in the face on the ground and see the blood and hear the crack of the nose and just not care because they're garbage to you. That's what allows human beings to do evil things. By dehumanizing people, it allows them to commit atrocities. And atrocities have been done, and it always came after the dehumanization of certain groups of people. So this is a story as old as time. Trump's not doing anything new. He's just taking shit out of every single fascist fucking playbook that ever existed. That's all he's doing. And Curtis Yarvin said, you're not being extreme enough. You're not doing enough. You're not going far enough. You're not being over the top enough. You're not being offensive enough. You need to shock people's consciences so they're too afraid and too frozen to react and too afraid and too frozen to fight back. That's what Curtis Yarvin said. And Stephen Miller, I guess, got some attack dogs and tried to take him up on it.